It's time for Real Talk with Brian and Dan, the weekly talk radio show dedicated to discussing important real estate topics, plus insight into the local community. With a combined experience of over 50 years as local real estate brokers from the Eastside Real Estate team at Keller Williams Realty Bellevue. Here's your hosts, Brian Levitt and Dan Edwards.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Real Talk with Brian and Dan on 1150 KKNW. It is Wednesday, March 11th, 2020, and it is surreal. There are some weird times going on right now. But we're glad you're listening because here's the thing. We don't have to come in contact with each other, so don't put your ear too close to the radio. It may transmit some goodness. Only good stuff, right?
All the good stuff. Puppies.
Yeah. Puppies. Now, if you are interested, we are broadcasting live on YouTube. You can just go Google, KKNW, 1150 KKNW, and you can watch us live there. You can also listen to us on podcasts, anywhere podcasts are podcasted, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast. And finally, you can view past episodes on our website, the eastsiderealestateteam.com. Just go there and you'll see a whole bunch of our past allied resources and real estate tips. But we're glad you're listening to our show today. I'm really excited to talk real estate. We have some fantastic guests. Today we're welcoming back Angel Barna of Troth & Company. And today we have Aya Mears with Kango Kuma and Associates. But before we get to our guests, let's start out with some real talk. I thought we'd bring it down a little bit, just kind of settle everyone's nerves, right? Little Bob Marley, those of you watching in the future, because we take that out, you won't know, but that was Don't Worry About a Thing. So here is our coronavirus special edition. Brian, we're talking a real estate market in the current conditions. We've been talking about such a red-hot market. What's going on now, and how is coronavirus affecting?
Well, before we go there, I just got a little comment last night listening to my son, one of his friends, chatting about the Chinese virus.
Yeah,
and I'm like, dude, don't go there.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
And he says, fine, we'll call it the Kung Flu. So
do we have a rim, on that? Yeah. Bad
so
joke.
Anyway, real estate market, with all the stuff going on now, the school closures, the social distancing, all that, I was curious this weekend how it impacted the new listings that we mentioned last week.
Right.
We were flooded at our open houses over the weekend. We had 9 offers, and we're in contract way over list. And it's the hottest real estate market I've ever seen.
Yeah, last week's interest rates really, I think it really motivated even that stitch of individuals that were like, well, I'm just going to kind of wait this out, because that was once in a lifetime. I hear the rates, and we'll talk with Michael Burdick. They've kind of bounced back up a little bit. A
little bit. I think they're going to be softening again. And part of it, Michael can expand on this, but the relationship between the bond market and the interest rates, the Fed rate, is more closely tied than the Fed rate and mortgage interest rates.
Yeah.
The relationship is an inverse relationship. But I think one of the issues right now is when you're watching the stock market, it's lack of confidence. But consumer confidence in housing is extremely high. I think in other areas there's a little bit of trembling going on.
Well, it's always been the case that you see when the stock market hits its level of volatility that investors are looking for something that's tangible and secure.
Right.
And real estate is it.
Yeah, a lot of money coming into income real estate right now.
So as far as your open house, how did you process what is it called, social distancing?
Yeah, we just, as shaking hands is part of the business, and just saying, hey, a little foot bump, because even the elbow bump, they're saying, hey, if you're going to sneeze in your elbow. Yeah. So we'll pass on that, thank you.
Yeah.
Or a polite bow, or I saw a couple people who put their hand over their heart and a slight bow, and it's like just being respectful to people.
Yeah.
But it's like a little different to walk away from the customary handshake, but just keeping a little distance, and then, of course, hand washing.
Have you noticed people are a little bit more communicative now?
I haven't really noticed a change.
You haven't noticed that?
I tell you, one thing I like is I'm not sitting in traffic jams.
Well, that's true.
People aren't out and about.
Getting out to see homes is a little bit easier. One of the things that I started to do, and I've done this for some time, is individuals that are relocating to the area is giving them a show of homes. Well, it's easy for us to take out FaceTime, right, and do a full-on tour of a property.
Right.
And that way you're not concerned about spreading the virus. We bring hand sanitizer, right, to all the open houses, so people coming through can kind of make sure they're staying clean.
Yeah, one of our competitors was touting that they will do a virtual walkthrough of a home as like it's a new thing. We've been doing that for years. I'll have out-of-town buyers,
Yeah.
and I'll walk through and FaceTime a house.
Yeah.
And I've sold several that way where my client has seen it, online and never actually walked it.
Yeah, I wonder if the day will come where that's like a regular thing. And
Yeah.
I think that I always believe in utilizing technology to provide more information, more
Right.
ability to make a decision rather than just kind of as a cool tool.
Yeah.
But I mean, what better way to know what the backyard is like without running out to
Yeah.
see a house than to just do a walkthrough video? I can actually record 2 minutes tops, and while in my car, go into the car, upload it to YouTube, and share a private link to my
Right.
sellers, and that takes less than 5 minutes.
And see, doing it real time, like the FaceTime, I've done that because the client can say, "Hey, give me a close up
Yeah,
on
what
the
about
kitchen
that?
cabinets. I want to see that closer. Can you open that door for me?" Because we're talking while I'm walking through, and it's a lot better than I guess it is a form of a virtual tour. But
So a lot of sellers are saying, "Hey, I think I kind of want to wait to put my home on the market until everything settles down."
yeah, the problem with that is we don't know what the market's going to be. I got one that just said, "Hey, we're going to wait till a year from now," and it's like, okay, fine. Hope the market's good. There's no indicator that it wouldn't be, but here we're in the midst of a potential financial change, big one.
Yeah.
So we don't know what the market's going to be. We know what it is today, and you've heard me say this 100 times. There's never been a better time to buy.
Right.
Well, there's never been a better time to sell.
Yeah.
And we're seeing some people doing some profit taking, selling now, moving into an apartment while they're, selling while the selling's good. And that's not altogether a bad idea if you're at a time in your life where you're going to be transitioning anyway, planning a move. That's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, we also had our friend Steve Chater, who's a longtime real estate agent, and he's an investor out of Arizona. And I was talking to another client, not him, but his comment is relevant. We're just he's like, every time I've bought a house, I've lost money. And it's interesting. You don't lose houses when you buy them. You lose when you sell. And I think that's an important consideration, because it shouldn't be something that you make a decision on based on whether you're going to win or lose. You're making what's the best decision for your family.
Right.
And, I think sometimes people sell in fear. And
Right.
so I'm not asking for any listings in fear right now. I don't think
Nope.
you need to do anything. But I am saying that if you're going to make your decision based on emotion, it's not a good thing. So make it, if you already made a decision of wanting to be in Arizona or relocate or get a bigger home, there's some great opportunity right now.
There are.
Don't just change based on fear of the unknown. It's really unknown. We don't know what's going to happen over the next 3 to 4 to 5 months.
Nope, you don't. Kind of going back to a comment you made about, when you make or don't make money. When I was brand new in the business decades ago, I was at a real estate conference and cornered one of the East Side's big investors, a big shot. And I was almost a little afraid to talk to him, but in my naivete, I asked him, "What's your secret to success?" And he told me. And it's like, wow. And what he said...
I was going to say, are you going to share it with
yeah,
us?
I am. I am going to share. Basil VC. I don't know if anybody remembers Basil VC. He passed, rest his soul. No, he was an investor developer.
Oh, okay.
And he told me, he says, look, you don't make money when you sell real estate. You make money when you buy real estate.
There you go.
So making a good buying decision, in the right location, that's where you make your money. And then you collect the money when you sell, but you make it when you buy.
If you have questions about buying or selling in this market, please give us a call. You can reach us at 425-200-4093. I think there's option 1, option 2 to buy or sell. We're happy to answer all your questions. And that concludes our Real Talk segment for today. If you're interested in this and other topics that we've covered on our Real Talk segment, please check out our blog at theeastsiderealestateteam.com/blog. And again, you can call us directly at 425-200-4093. Coming up next, we'll be speaking with our lender for our Mortgage Moment segment. After this commercial break, we'll hear from Michael Burdick, an experienced loan consultant with Loan Depot. More Real Talk right after this break.